Okay, yay. I'm turn this on so you guys can see me a little better. How is everybody doing tonight? I am excited to be here. So what we are doing is a daily tarot card reading for Friday, the 15th. We're going to see what's going on today. And I know that some of you may be catching this after Friday. That's okay. If you're watching this back on the live stream, it just means you were meant to see it later on, or after the live stream, I guess I should say. So that's no big deal. And you were meant to see it if you're watching it now. So just keep that in mind. We're going to draw a card. We're going to see the energies here and see about what we can figure out, which is going on today. So I'm going to do a little shuffle here. We are going to, sorry, I am trying to put my notification out there here really quick. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I have a new speaker I got set up, so it'll be easier for you guys to hear me. So we'll go ahead and get started, and then we will open it up for one card at the end too. So we're going to pull. So what I do with these daily card readings that we're going to pull, make sure to subscribe so you can check them out. Even if you're not home, you can watch it later in the day and just be like, oh, that's why I felt that way today. That makes sense. So you're gonna wanna do that. If everyone can hear me okay, if it doesn't seem like too loud or too crazy or anything, make sure to say something or give me a thumbs up. So we are just going out of our full moon phase, okay? So everyone knows that the full moon is about rebirth and starting over and new beginnings, right? Perfect, Charlene, thank you. So that's a big start over right now and a big time. So it's definitely something some people struggle with sometimes. It can feel extremely emotional during this time. You can feel extra drained, extra tired, that type of thing. So just know that that is very normal when you're feeling that. Another thing that's really good just to be aware of is that everything's going to shift as far as like your consciousness, how you view things, how you react to things even. Things that may not have bothered you before are going to bother you now, and vice versa. Things that maybe you weren't as sensitive to, maybe you're going to be more sensitive. So just kind of try to keep that in mind. But it's really a time to push you out of your comfort zone and to kind of force you to put yourself in an uncomfortable position, because that's what the new energy is about, right? Starting over, making ourselves kind of forced to be uncomfortable sometimes. Okay, so with the moon energy right now, people are going to have issues with chest and stomach. So a good thing to remember, chest-wise, some people may have more pressure on their chest, skip heartbeats. Of course, if it's anything out of the normal range of just like more like anxiety is what I get, more downloads as far as chest-wise. That's okay. But, you know, obviously if it's anything serious, you want to go get that checked out. You want to go to the doctor's office or to the ER if it's anything serious. So do remember chest, anxiety, heaviness, stuff like that. The other thing is going to be stomach issues. So it may be something to where you didn't really have issues before with stomach, or all of a sudden they're starting to come up more. So definitely be aware of what you're taking in and ingesting in your body, if that makes sense. If you aren't already. Some people around this time too could have new things that were bothering them. Like if you've never had issues with, say, dairy before, and now all of a sudden dairy is kind of bothering you, that would be a good indication of kind of all that. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. So what do we need to know today, Friday, November 15th, 2019. Friday, November 19th, 2019. Ooh, There we go. Nature, and I got to pull one more card because when it jumps out at you, I always take them. I take jumpers. Now, some of you have to remember this is going to be a general reading for all of us. This may resonate exactly with you while you're listening to this, going, oh my God, that is so crazy. This is what I've been going through. And other people, maybe not so much. Or it may relate to your husband or your boyfriend instead of you personally. So you kind of really got to take these readings as you go, especially when they're not personal to you. But I do have a link at the bottom too if you ever do want just a private reading. All right. So we have prayers in nature. Okay. So here's the first one. So what this is going to relate to is the energy today as far as what you've been trying to accomplish, what you're trying to go to. Sorry, I'm saging and it's like wafting in front here. So this is going to be referring to what you've been asking for. Okay, so the very much what this tells me is the energy today is like, I've been praying and I've been asking my guides for help and I've been, you know, putting this effort forth and really wanting to grow, whether it's spiritually, whether it's growth at work, with your career, with your family, whatever that is that you're praying for and that you're working towards or you're manifesting, it's coming. So this is very much we hear you card, but it's not the exact right time. Does that make sense? The other one is nature. So this has a lot to do with grounding. So when you're getting very overwhelmed or you're feeling that anxiety, which would relate to the chest right now, it's really good to get into nature. Now, when it's cold out, I'm in the Midwest, I'm in Nebraska. Today, you could go out barefoot and kind of walk around the grass. We were actually in the 60s today. But most of the time, this time of year, that's not possible. So take your shoes off, put your feet on the floor, sit down and just breathe and focus and meditate. So it's almost like you picturing you with your feet flat on the ground and everything in here that's heavy on you or weighing on you, it's exiting all the way down through your crown chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, sacral, root, all the way down through your feet. And just like these little like roots or vines are coming down from your feet. So you're grounding down into the earth. And that's really going to help with some of the anxiety, some of those feelings that are going on right now, or just the feeling of not having control is really the general gist of today. So know that that is normal, okay? The last one I pulled is incubation in dreams. So this is really one telling you that you're going to start getting a lot of messages, okay? It's going to start coming through, especially when it has to do with the prayers, when it has to do with messages you're receiving, and it has to do with grounding yourself or really getting out into nature. So that's a big deal, and that's important with staying focused as to what you're looking for, what you're wanting, and what you're wanting to manifest. Remember that when you're manifesting, you are looking to it as it's already yours, right? So that's the main thing. You don't want to say, I want a new house. I want to move so bad. I want a new house, because you will always want it. Does that make sense? So when you manifest it as if it's already yours. I just bought a new house. I bought my dream house. I'm a homeowner. So you want to say it in the presence of it's yours and you have a hold of it. Otherwise, if you just always want something, you will always want it. Does that make sense? We're going to do two more quick ones because I can't just do one deck here. So we have Four of Swords. Okay, so that's going to be one where it's definitely that feeling of unrest. And you can see when this guy is sitting here, it's just kind of like he's waiting, he's bored. It's pointing on the ground, sitting kind of in the middle of nowhere. So You really have to look into this as everything that you're waiting for and everything that you're wanting to come to you right now is in the process of happening. You just have to have the worst word in my vocabulary, which is patience, which no one has a lot of, right? I mean, that's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to have patience. It's hard to wait because there's things that we want so bad and we're working so hard towards those things, and it's not always in our hands, right? It's not always up to us when it actually happens. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the last card. I'm going to pull an angel card. So this is where we ask Archangel Michael to please come in. Let us know the advice that we need to know today on Friday the 15th. These cards are like really stiff for some reason today. I think it's because I had them in my car the last time I went and did an energy healing, and they got cold and kind of stiff on me. So not as easy to shuffle. There we go. All right, so what do we want to tell everyone today? What are the messages from our angels for Friday the 15th of November 2019? Oh, there we go. All right. You deserve the best. Reach for the stars in your dreams and desires. Don't compromise. So that's really cool. So your whole reading today is all about, this tells me don't give up. So it's almost like, here's us, right? We're sitting here like, I've been praying, I've been asking, I've been doing everything I can. This is supposed to be the new beginnings. Where's my results? Okay. And this is your guides and your angels saying, okay, we hear you. Don't give up. Things are going to happen. It's just going to be on its own time. So good thing to remember. And remember that you are getting signs and that your prayers are being answered or heard. Not quite answered yet. For some of you, yes. For some of us, we're still sitting here patiently waiting, right? And it's hard, you know, I mean, I have to take my own advice too on a lot of these things and stop and listen and just be like, okay, need to practice being patient, right? Because that's hard. So don't ever get down on yourself if you're like, oh, it's just so hard to wait. And, you know, I've been waiting for this long. Sometimes that happens because either one, we're not meant to go down that road, or that path was not specifically made for us. And you're being veered towards this one because this one is going to have this incredible light at the end that you aren't seeing because you're fixated on one specific thing. So it's interesting how our guides and our angels work with us and what messages they have for us. So I know it's Friday night. I know everyone either has plans or is getting ready to go out. So I appreciate you guys taking your time with me tonight. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll be doing another reading tomorrow. Will be earlier in the day, so it'll be more in the afternoon when I can get to these. But make sure to hit subscribe so you can get your daily tarot updates. I try to keep things short and sweet so that you're not spending hours, you know, staring at your phone. And oh, you're welcome. And other than that, I am doing an entry for all subscribers to get a free reading if you subscribe. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So tell your friends, definitely like and comment and share. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow. I wish you all so much love and light, and have a great Friday night, guys. We'll see ya.